the angler access signs just got to me, and I went and bought a fishing rod. Yeah, that was me, Joe, and Stu leaving Melbourne. I was not leaving without my boost juice.
Didn't go hunting?
Didn't go hunting.
Did you go fishing?
I did go fishing.
So you went water hunting?
I went water hunting, yeah. And I was sort of getting in the next corner. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, all right, well, the tyres are properly hot now, so we're really going to get into it.
So we're back in this room, Maxwell.
We are. It's been a while.
It's been a little while. You missed a few podcasts.
I did miss a few podcasts.
Have you watched them since? Have you?
I saw the Ben Jarrett one.
Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, I did see it. I downloaded it.
Only came out a day or so ago. So
no, that was another one.
Yeah, there is another one.
There is another one. I have not seen that one yet.
Cool.
I need to catch up on that one. But
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Actually, I got a video from that one I got to release because after the show we talked about skateboarding far too much.
Oh, nice.
And then Mason went out the back and did a kickflip.
Oh, wow.
Just to back up his point.
Just straight up kickflip. That's impressive.
Yeah, he did well. He did well. Anyway.
I could not do a kickflip.
No, but you can't be too jealous of not being here because you were elsewhere.
I was.
So the build-up of the entire podcast has been towards the hunting moon.
It has been towards the hunting moon.
We've been talking since day one.
It sort of became the not so hunting moon, and very, very much a honeymoon.
It never was a hunting moon.
Yeah, it was never that. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. It was never the hunting moon.
No,
it was all a ploy to make you watch and get you to this point and be like, did he or didn't he go hunting on his honeymoon?
Didn't go hunting?
Didn't go hunting.
Did you go fishing?
I did go fishing.
So you went water hunting?
I went water hunting, yeah.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah, it was good.
So give
lots of water there.
Give us the overall. How many weeks was it?
We were there for 2.5 weeks.
Okay, perfect. All the islands?
Just the south.
Just south.
Just the south,
perfect.
yeah. Almost thought about sneaking over for Seeker Show.
Oh, yeah.
To the north.
Yep.
Glad I didn't because we wouldn't have seen
what we saw.
Yeah. And we saw pretty much the whole place. We travelled a long way, had the camper van.
Okay.
From Kit Campers. Shout out to them. They were great to deal with.
Sponsors of the podcast soon to be, apparently.
Yeah, we'll email them about that. We'll send them an invoice.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, really good camper van.
Nice.
Got us everywhere we needed to go. And
roomy?
Not super roomy, but roomy enough.
I guess we're just married. You want to sort of hang out close.
You wouldn't
together.
want to put Joe in there.
True. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But enough. Just enough.
Yeah. It was a lot nicer than rolling around with a swag, that's for sure.
Perfect. Okay. Well, you and I have both been away. Yours was much more exotic and for longer and much more...
I don't know if it was more exotic.
Exotic, maybe.
It's like another state of Australia, basically. I sort of got there and I was like, we're in the Uber and I'm like, have we left Australia? Because all of these businesses are in Australia. I'm like, do we get out of the plane in Sydney and like just miss our second plane or something? It all looks very familiar.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's say then that yours was zero work and a lot longer than my trip.
Yes. But your trip sounded exciting.
Yeah. So I went to China for a week, which I think I've mentioned on here. So I went off to China as guest of HikMicro, which was a cool experience to do.
Yeah,
but I guess we'll go a bit of back and forth and talk about our various adventures.
Yeah.
So Maxwell, top 3 highlights for you.
Oh, top 3 highlights. Caught a trout. Caught 2 trout, actually.
Caught 2. So 2 highlights.
Two.
2/3 of your highlights are fish.
Yep. So a couple of fish. That was good.
Hunting.
Yeah, water hunting. Good fun. Milford Sound was extraordinary.
Right.
We got 50 mils of rain in the hour we were there.
In an hour?
Yeah. So we were on a little boat going on a cruise, and it's basically in one of the big ravines that go out to the ocean, and there was just hundreds of waterfalls off the sides. It was amazing. And I decided that it would be a cool idea to go stand out the front because it stopped raining.
Right.
And then the boat driver decided it'd be a good time to drive into one of the said waterfalls.
Oh,
I didn't think he was serious. He was like, if you're brave enough, go out the front. And I thought they would just like go past and you cop a little bit.
Close,
he drove just straight into it. So I was then just completely, I had jeans and a waterproof jacket on, so my top half was completely dry. my jeans, underwear, socks, shoes, just completely saturated.
Perfect. Okay.
And that was fun. And then Highlands Motorsport Park.
Okay, so hang on, take us back to the trout. Tell us a bit more about catching of the trout.
Don't worry about the trout. It's all about Highlands Motorsport Park.
Oh, okay. So we
no. So yeah, caught a couple
trying to
of
save
trout.
the best to last, mate. Yeah,
of course. So we got a couple of days in before I decided I'm bored of sitting around in the afternoons and I'm driving past all these places and there's just fishing access signs everywhere you go over there.
Yep.
So their Department of Conservation is very well utilised,
okay.
I would say.
Yep.
So all of their public lands and stuff is amazing.
Yeah, right.
Signs for everything, really great camping areas. And the angler access signs just got to me and I went and bought a fishing rod. And then I also had to get a fishing licence, which isn't a cheap exercise. It was about $220 Australian for the fishing licence.
Yes.
And then
okay.
I think I spent about the same on a rod and then another $50, $100 on some lures.
Yeah, right.
Which I proceeded to just lose tons of.
Perfect.
So there was a few more stops for lures along the way.
Okay.
The fishing wasn't great due to the extreme weather they'd had the week before we came.
Right. They weren't just making you feel better?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Most of the places that I'd sort of Googled where we were close to and be like, oh, what's a good fishing spot around here and go check it out, was just completely destroyed from flood waters rushing through.
Wow.
Okay. There was one spot we went, there was a guide there with some Australians that he was taking through and he's like, if you came here a week ago, you wouldn't even recognise this area.
Wow.
He's like, it had just completely changed. The river was now running on a different side of where it was and there was still a lot of residential water flowing down. So I'd
Residual water?
Residual water, yeah.
Or some had moved in. It's been there.
It's resident now. While I was there, it was a resident, that's for sure.
It's just chilling out.
Yeah, just hanging, flowing through.
Perfect.
I'd read up on a river. It was meant to be some of the best fishing in the South Island. I was so excited to get there. 4.5 metres above normal level.
Wow.
Yeah, so I sort of walked down there and they're like, there's heaps of access from the banks and you can fish that. It's better if you go on a boat. And I'm like, okay, cool, I can fish the banks. Walk down there, you couldn't get near where the bank, I assume, was.
Yeah,
because there was trees sticking out from underneath the water. And I'm like, well, I don't think I'm fishing here.
Not timed that so well.
No.
Okay. Did you bring the rod back with you?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
then.
got it back with me, so that was good.
Brilliant. All right. The Motorsport Park.
Motorsport Park. Hang on, I want to hear a little bit about China first.
No, you give me your top three and then I'll do the top three.
Oh, top three.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Highlands Motorsport Park was above and beyond what Lockie Bruce had told us about it.
That's right. He had teased it.
So he teased it a bit and I was like, oh yeah, it sounds cool. And then you go there and it is cool.
Yeah, okay.
Like it is an absolutely epic place. Heaps going on there while we were there as well. Like they were prepping for a big race. There was people out doing testing. They had multiple cars just going out constantly to do hot laps.
Yeah, wow.
So there was a Lambo and then they had their safety car, which was, I think was like some sort of SUV Beamer or something.
Okay.
And it was hooking around pretty good. And then I did the Radical self-drive with the co-driver. So their little roadster.
Oh, yeah.
4-cylinder turbo thing.
Like an open thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, open top, air road up.
Sort of like an Aerial Atom type thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was cool.
Yeah, right.
It was, I could have stayed in it for hours if my arms would permit.
Oh, yeah, I bet. How long were you in it for?
So they give you 7 laps.
Yep.
So I did that. And on coming up to my last lap, going down the straight, the co-driver, trainer, whatever you want to call him, next to me said, if you want, we can do another 3 laps. It'll be $140. I'm halfway down the straight, and I to this point, I don't think I'd said a single word to him. Like he was just up gear, down gear, brake, accelerate, go harder, go harder.
He was coaching you through all of it, and was that really useful? Was that
extremely?
Yeah, okay.
Like,
so
you sort of do your first lap, and he's like, "Yep, just cruise around." He's like, "You start going down the straight." And he's like, "All right, give it some guts," and then he's like, "Test the brakes." Get used to how they feel and that. So they were good. I sort of found close to the limit, I think, on on the brakes, and then he's like, all right, second lap in, we'll start pushing a bit more, and then he's just every lap he's getting you to brake later, turn harder.
Yeah, okay.
Really good driving coach. He would have been in his mid-50s, I think.
Yeah.
I think he'd been doing it a long time.
Yeah, nice.
And he was an excellent coach.
Yeah, brilliant. So on the last lap?
On the last lap, we're going down, and he's offered me an extra 3 laps, and I'm sort of so focused, I hadn't really thought about it, and I was sort of getting in the next corner. I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, all right, well, the tyres are properly hot now, so we're really going to get into it. And then, it was like we took another 20, 30 metres off braking points. Like, just really started getting into it. And there's that corner that Lockie had told us about with the bank. Mm-hmm. You sort of go down a long straight, it's a left, a little bit of a right, and then you drop into that. So you hit that left and you brake pretty heavily for that because you're top gear absolutely flat out down this straight.
Of course.
And then you go round the corner, up another gear, and then you get to that corner, it's just no brakes, come off the gas, down a gear. And then you're just in there, and it's flat out, just trying to hold on to it as you get around the corner, and then just open it up, and then it's just like long sweeping right that you just foot flat, just changing up all the gears, and then you've got a bit tighter of a left hand that's still full throttle, and then just hard on the brakes for a hairpin, and then back on the straight again. It was. And
did you see your times coming down for each lap?
I couldn't even see what gear I was in. It's there in front of you, I assume, but
you didn't get it like afterwards. Like
no, I didn't get it afterwards. I'm not sure if that's something they have set up for there. It would be cool to see.
Yep. See your improvement over the laps. Yeah, okay.
But definitely a super cool experience.
Yeah,
and
nice.
I got out and I said to the guy, I'm like, that's a nice trick with the extra 3 laps. And he turned around and he laughed a bit, and he's like, honestly, 90% of people don't get the offer. He's like, most of them too exhausted.
Yep.
Or trying to kill him.
Yeah.
They're braking, locking brakes, and just doing silly things.
Yeah, but if you're building up to it and improving, probably a sign of that. And then it's like, this guy's got a bit more in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I did find a new go-kart place we haven't been to here in Adelaide. So
really?
It was like a go-kart club that's now opened up to general sort of come and drive.
Yeah, right.
So we might have to check that out soon.
We're definitely checking that out.
End of year party. Yeah.
Yep. Another one.
End of year podcast party.
Yes, podcast party. Just us go-karting.
That's right.
Perfect. We should invite all the guests from the year.
We invite them.
And then
most of them are from interstate, so perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to make it. Yeah.
Too bad.
Nice, mate. Very good.
No, the Highlands, and then the track itself, like just the actual buildings and their museum and the loos with a view.
Yeah, right.
Were very quite cool. It's an experience to go there.
The whole package.
Yeah. Oh, and there's mini golf. And go-karting. So
what? Go-karting at a track?
Yeah, I know.
Madness.
Absolutely insanity.
Good.
Who would have thought?
Perfect, man. Good top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fishing, and then some landscape sort of stuff, experience stuff, and then some petrol head stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Nice. I didn't drive at all in China.
Didn't drive at all in China?
No.
Just got chauffeured?
Bus. We had a bus pretty much the entire time.
So there was a fair few people there?
There was about 20 of us, 19 to 20 of us travelling.
All Australians? Or
mixed between New Zealand and Australia.
Yep.
So the company that does HikMicro here in Australia is a New Zealand-based company.
Oh, there you go.
So they've got sort of their distribution there and then here as well.
Yep.
Yep. And so we had a good mix between us and the Kiwis.
Nice.
Top 3 for me. So number 1 is going to be Great Wall. We went up to the Great Wall.
Yep.
And
I thought you meant like the Ute Company Great Wall for a second there.
That's second. Yeah.
No, I was like, Utes, thermals, like you're just checking out everything over there.
No, number 1 was Great Wall. That is quite the experience, and it's just I mean, it's so it's a great big. It's great, and it's a wall, and yeah, pretty epic. Pretty epic. One of those things to see if you get the chance to.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, it was good. Actually, I was able to sort of wander off and go and explore the place, and we had sort of an hour and a half to go and do whatever we wanted and take some photos and
cool,
that sort of stuff. So I think that was good, and we went up in like a chairlift and then down in like a toboggan thing.
Oh, nice.
So you sit on a little thing. You got like a brake that you push forward, I think, to brake, or push forward to go, one of the two.
Yeah.
Kept getting told off because they're going too fast. But I had this real snow New Zealander in front of me that just kept I don't know, had the brake on or something.
You should be used to going fast on windy roads.
I would have thought so. But yeah, we had to stay like 25 metres behind, and I was lucky if I was like 2.5 metres behind. Anyway, then you'd slow right down and then floor it back down again. So it was fun. I enjoyed that.
Was there much steering to it, or it was in?
Yeah, you could lean your body weight.
Yeah.
Because you're in this sort of, I mean, if you got some speed up in this thing, you would be out of it pretty quick.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's probably why they keep yelling you to slow down. Like every 30 meters, there's someone there just like telling me to slow down. Yeah. I don't know if they're telling everyone that. I assume so. But yeah, of course you're trying to go as fast as you can down this thing. But if you lean into it, you're okay. Yep. Yeah, I found. So yeah, that was the whole experience. And then of course there's all the touristy sort of people trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah.
And in our group of 20, some were paying the asking price and some of us were paying a tenth of the asking price, depending on how the negotiating tactics were going. So I was paying about a tenth of the asking price. It was the whole experience was really good. Getting up to Great Wall.
Yeah, cool.
The number 2, that's I think number 2 might be the HikMicro factory.
Yep.
Seeing sort of how HikMicro is part of a company called Hikvision, which is Mammoth.
Yeah,
Mammoth company.
I knew they had like the security side of Hikvision.
Other way around is the
Hikvision have
this little thermal. So you go through this tour of their showroom sort of area, and they sort of cover off on all the elements they do, and there is like one set of binos sitting in there to cover the outdoor thermal area.
Yep.
And this tour takes about 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
just to put it in perspective of sort of where the outdoor element. I mean, they talk about the sensors and they've got some sensors on displays and all that sort of gear, but in the scheme of Hik overall,
very very small part of
very small part of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, but that was I guess we went to like 2 of their office blocks. Massive sort of locations. Give you an indication of how big it is. One of the places we went to is like there's this couple of towers, office towers. They've got this sort of whole city block there, and
like a normal size city block.
City block, yeah. And that's right. One of like 2 or 3 Hik campuses in this city. And Knockpicks are based in the same city, and Dawa, which is Pixar's parent company, is also based in the same city, as well as like a ton of EV companies. Yep. Anyway, so you go through security, like you go through and they allow you through. So it's not an area you can just walk to. It's all secured, and inside on the ground floor there's a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, right.
As part of the building that is, so to give you an idea of 10,000 staff in this place.
Far out.
Yeah, maybe I can't remember if I'm mixing up the 2 locations, but there was that, and then there was like what's a coffee chain here? I don't keep up with coffee chains.
It's not really a coffee chain here.
Yeah, I guess there's like
in Melbourne, and
there's like a Starbucks inside, like. There's like one level had one of the coffee chains, the next level had another coffee chain. Who knows how many more there were. So.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
Yeah, so
they've got their own like economy in there.
Pretty much.
We need more coffee. Just buy a coffee company. And
each office is the size of Tasmania, basically. Yeah. So it was very interesting to see the scale. And then we went out to the factory, which was a little bit one of 7 factories or something they have.
Okay.
And just the scale of it is just, we went into like 1.5 buildings and looked at 2 levels on each one.
Yeah.
And there's like 17 buildings.
Far out.
Yeah. Yeah. So
just mammoth.
Mammoth. Yeah. Absolutely huge. And I mean, to be fair, I was expecting that because I'm aware of Hikvision, how big a company they are. But just to see it in real life, it was massive.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
Yeah, and we got to see. We didn't get to go into where they make the chips, but we got to see it from a distance because it's all like secured locations, and they're all wearing a full get up and everything, so it's all ultra clean.
Yeah, all sealed up and no dust and.
Correct. Yeah, but it's pretty cool to see.
Send them down here and we get them dusty.
Well, we don't get the sensor dust here.
Well, you don't know.
That's all locked away, but yes, we get the units dusty. Yeah, so that was probably one of the big ones. Third one, I probably should have thought this through.
What was the food like?
Well, I was going to ask you about the food as well, so that's going to be the next one. I think getting a robot to deliver effectively like Amazon delivery by robot to your hotel room.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, it probably happens here somewhere, but like...
so you're like, I need some new headphones because mine just broke. You just have them delivered by a robot.
When I arrived, I wasn't too well. And the guys were like not lending me, giving me Panadol and that sort of gear. But, you keep pinching Panadol from people. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to have to keep asking, and I'm not getting better at the moment. So I had... Alipay, which is like the app, and you can pretty much it's got everything in it. So you can look up medicine and then get it delivered to your room in the hotel, and someone will bring it to the
Is this like a hotel app or is this like a China app?
China app, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, same app you'd use to pay everything.
Yep.
And so I went down to the front and I'm like, I've sort of found some medication that I think I was using, Google Translate to try and work out what medication I was meant to have, and went up to the guy at the front. I'm like, can you help me do this? Because I didn't know the address of the hotel.
Yeah.
And he's just like, and of course you don't have to put the address in, it knows where you are, which all makes sense now thinking about it. So anyway,
don't you love being sick and delusional and just normal things just don't make sense anymore?
Here you would have to, like you get Uber Eats and you like look at your address where it's trying to deliver it to you and you're like, well, that's wrong. That's the one next door.
Yeah.
You fix it. No, none of that.
None of that. It's just right. It knows.
It's just right. It just knows.
You don't even have to tell it what room number.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, so the guy helped me through the app and ordered it. And then once I'd worked out how to do this, we were unstoppable. So, I had like 3 robots just arriving to my back to back. And like one time I'm like, the robot's not arriving. I'll go down and see what's happening. And as I'm walking out the door, the lift opens, this robot comes out. I'm like, that's probably for me. All right, I'll go back and
go back and wait for your robot.
And like it rocks up at your door and then your phone in the hotel rings. And that tells you to go to the front door and there's your robot and it opens its guts up and you reach in and grab out a bag.
It can't knock?
Sorry?
It can't knock?
No, it can't knock yet. Well, it makes your phone ring. It doesn't need to knock.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But
yeah. So that was certainly something different.
That's
some sort
definitely
of experience.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Didn't get any like drone deliveries or anything like that?
No drone deliveries. No, I did think about that.
Yeah.
But
please go to the roof of the hotel to receive your delivery or something like that.
Yeah. It's cool. Just like put your arm out the window because it's going to be crawling past about now. Yeah. So food. Tell me, what was the food like in New Zealand? Is it dissimilar?
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar.
They've got Woolworths, so there's that. They don't have Coles.
Okay.
There's no Coles. One thing I noticed, they have New World.
New World?
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Yep. Yeah. It's very weird. Mm-hmm. You go in there and the computers talk to you and they're like, welcome to New World. And you're like, this is weird. It's like, thank you for shopping at New World. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like, this is a very like apocalyptic movie sort of supermarket chain, but okay.
Yep.
Food was good. Mm-hmm. Iced chocolates, amazing.
Yeah, okay.
Like their milk products and their yogurts and stuff.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I ate so much yogurt while I was there. We had a fridge in our van. It was just constantly stocked with chocolate and yogurt. It was good.
Perfect.
Had some beautiful venison at a couple of places, which was good.
Yeah, because you went to one place you were very happy to be going to.
Yes, so I went to the Lodge, which is the Rod and Gun restaurant.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yes, it was amazing.
Live up to expectations?
It did.
What did you get?
I had Wapiti.
Perfect.
Good. So it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And Caitlin had a rhubarb.
Okay.
And I ate about half of that as well. So that was great.
Got right into it.
Yep. But we had gone to a cocktail bar previous to going there, and the first drink we had there was so good that we decided after dinner we would go back there.
I think I remember some Snapchats on that night.
I don't remember anything, so may or may not have been a mistake because it did write off an entire day.
Wow.
We probably needed a rest day.
Yeah. You got one?
We got one.
Yeah, okay.
I woke up at about 5:30 the next afternoon. Caitlin had Ubered pizza to the caravan park.
Did a robot deliver it?
A bit of robot delivery, possibly. I don't know. Could have been. Could have been.
Okay.
I missed it.
You're out.
But yeah, no, the food was excellent. I do remember that. And then we had a bit of a wander around. We went through a haunted house.
Okay.
There's just a random haunted house that you go into.
Was it haunted? Was it?
Yeah, kind of. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people before us thought it was very haunted. It was a bunch of 5 girls, and all we could hear the entire time was screaming.
Yeah.
And then I sort of went in there and just laughed the whole time, and Caitlin had her head just buried into my back. But it's basically you just go in, it's tight hallways, and it's like you can just see little red dots.
Yeah.
And it's just pitch black.
Okay.
And then every now and again the lights will flash and there'll be scary photos, or someone will just come out. Obviously they have little trap doors that they can open and yell at you and stuff. So
it was just a dark house, really.
Yeah, it was just a dark house.
People just wanting to harass you.
Yeah, just with some French people.
Perfect.
Yeah, so all backpackers working in there, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was quite funny, the accents of boo and stuff like that came out.
Le boo.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that was entertaining. Then when we went back to the cocktail bar and drank so many cocktails.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good time.
Any other standout food?
Not so much. Like a couple of good meals here and there at pubs and stuff, but nothing that I would be like, oh, it's like a New Zealand only thing. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
So food, from what I understand in China, from people who've told me who have lived there, it is very as you sort of progress through the country, it changes quite a bit.
Interesting.
From a sort of how they do food. So when we arrived in Hangzhou, which is where HikMicro was, it was all big lazy Susans, and they just keep bringing food out until you stop. And even then, they keep bringing a few things out. And so if you eat fast, you fill up on stuff without getting to try everything.
Yep.
And so I was trying to eat not a lot and just eat slowly and sort of give everything an opportunity to try it out. So it was, so in Hangzhou, it was really a whole stack of these big lazy Susans between a couple of times we had I think once we had the whole crew, but that might have actually been later in the trip. But you sort of split between 2 or 3 tables.
Yeah.
And then they would, just keep feeding stuff. So a couple of things that I know was eel. That was something I hadn't tried before.
Yeah, right.
A lot of stuff was pretty I've been pretty ambitious with Chinese food because I've got a friend who's Chinese and has taken me out for dinner, and I just let him order and we eat whatever it is.
Like just stinky tofu.
Stinky tofu was one of them.
Yep.
That's the only one that I've not actually continued eating. It's the only one I've gone, no,
Interesting.
not doing this one. But everything else I'll always give it a go. And, of course, I like spicy food. So, they brought the stuff out. And I'm like, can we get some, like, chilies or something to go with this? And the guy's next to me, he's like, this is already hot enough. I'm like, this is mild. I didn't even register on that it was a spicy one. Anyway, duck pancakes was a standout.
Duck pancakes?
Yeah, like this little, it's almost like a tortilla type thing that you wrap a duck up, not a whole duck, duck bits.
Duck bits,
and then other bits and pieces, and you wrap it up and you sort of eat it as like a little burrito type thing, but they called it a pancake.
Interesting. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, well, it was great. Yeah, duck's always amazing. Sometimes you'd never know, like you'd bite into something thinking it was like all meat, but it was 3/4 bone.
Yeah. Okay.
And then other times it was the reverse. So it was just kept you guessing. And and
you just never know what it is.
And you don't know what it is. Yeah. No, either. So we were traveling with, I guess, a lady from HikMicro from over there, and then Andy, who's the HikMicro rep here.
Yep.
And he's Chinese, but he's been in Australia since he was 12 or 16 or something.
I reckon I met him at the expo.
Yeah, you would have. Top bloke. Absolute
nice
top
guy,
bloke.
yeah.
But he's not local.
Yeah,
so sometimes, a couple of times, like, hey, Andy, what is this? And he talked to the server, and she talks back to him, and they go back and forth. And he turns around and he goes, I don't know. I don't know if he was just trying to protect us and not willing to tell us what it actually was.
Or whether they just couldn't get the translation correct.
I suspect it might have been like some, I don't know nothing about Chinese language, but whether there's a lot of dialect based on where you are, and if we see that in all sorts of countries.
We see that in Australia.
Yeah, very true, very true. So I don't quite understand what they were saying. So that was quite good. And then in Beijing, we had a lot of hotpot stuff. But every time we went to hotpot, it was a very different style. So the first night we'd been traveling we went on a 4-hour high-speed train ride, which turned into a 6-hour high-speed train ride.
It doesn't sound very high-speed.
Not so high-speed, but anyway. Yeah. And we arrived, so we're all starving hungry. It was like 10 o'clock at night or something.
Oh,
maybe not that late, but whatever it was. It was later than we had expected. Hadn't gone to the hotel, rocked up, and we basically, again, sort of 2 tables. You've got these big pots in the middle, and they're all...
Everything sort of open pretty late, like dinner at 10 o'clock and stuff, like pretty normal over there.
I don't know if it was 10 o'clock, but yes, you can get food at any time. Like it's not... stuff is open pretty late. And you had sort of two hot pots, I guess, but they were communal. Yep. So you put your stuff in there, and we were just like grabbing it out and eating whatever it is. And then the next one you had... trying to think what was different. There was one where you had your own hot pot in front of you, and so you sort of cook your own stuff. Maybe we only did it twice. No, I thought we did it 3 times, but yeah, it was a very interesting experience. And that one we didn't love it, but but food. I mean, food was great. Like there was heaps of food, and the food was good.
Get any nice street meats? Was there many street meats? I imagine China having...
Look, there was. Like, certainly saw it. But because we were traveling as a big group...
no time to
pretty much everything was planned out for us. And what was interesting was like we had buffet breakfasts, right? So in the hotels we were staying in, they've got buffet breakfast. And they were quite a mix of like Chinese stuff and then, a bit of Western. Amount of global, fair global stuff. And I remember the first morning I've come down... And I've, picked up a plate and gone around. I'm like, okay, well, let's, we're in China. Let's try the Chinese sort of stuff and try and, grab some interesting things. Sat down my table and there was 3 other guys there all having bacon eggs. I'm like, perfect. Oh, well, great. Way to embrace the culture, lads.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Really stepping out of your comfort zone there.
Really delving into it. But
that would be me. It'd just be a plate of bacon.
To be fair, that gave them a chance to then, lunch and everything was all very localized food.
Yeah.
It was good. Like food was great. We never went hungry.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it was a big part of it. But of course, we're traveling a group, like you're stopping every 3 hours to go to some meal, and the meals take 2 hours. And so I mean, most of the event was food, I think.
Yeah, nice.
But that's all right. Yeah, we did on the way up to Great Wall. We did stop at some real fancy place where apparently all these famous people go to, which they started naming them. I have no idea who they were.
Yep. Right.
And it was all Western food.
Oh.
I'm like, so I ordered like some chicken wings because that was the closest to some Chinese food I could get.
That's always disappointing when you go somewhere with the expectation of something and it's sort of just like, it's
they're like
just what I can get at home.
Parmas and steaks and stuff like that. And you're like, okay, all right, well, this is what we're doing. But I guess it was the middle point of the trip, so I was trying to give everyone an opportunity to do that if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably for food, I think nothing else particularly stood out, but I have a food-related comment to make.
Excellent.
I'm out of a drink, so I'm going to get another one.
I have something in my car that I need to go get out too. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you do that. And do you want to top up?
I do want to top up, thank you.
Let's do that.
All
right. We're restocked on the beverages.
We are indeed.
And you bought something in.
Yes. So I was in a shop. Can't remember where.
New Zealand.
In New Zealand. I can't pronounce any of the names or anything. So as soon as I've been there, I'm like...
Funny enough, in China, me either.
Yeah. Once I'd been there, they're like, where you been? I'm like, I have no idea, can't pronounce it. Started with a W. So yeah, I don't know where I was, but we found a big like souvenir shop. Yeah. And it was pretty big, and the guy helped us out with a plan of where we were going to do and what we're going to do next. He reminded me a lot of Aaron from HikMicro.
Oh, yes.
Just a big New Zealander guy and just excited and just raring to go. He's like, you got to head down here. You got to go see this. He's like, you got to go look for the seals, do this, do that. And he's like, fuck everything else from there. He's like, go back inland. He's like, you won't see anything.
Yeah, right.
Like, you got to go up to Lake Tekapū.
Yep.
And I was like, all right. He's like, you fishing? I'm like, yeah, I'm fishing. He's like, right. He's like, you got to go to these canals and fish them. He's like, there's a salmon farm. He was so excited.
Yeah, right.
And I said I was a hunter and a fisher and that, and he said, oh, right, Howard, come on. And he takes me out.
He's on the verge of a hunting moon.
Yeah, I was on the verge, and I was like, oh, we going hunting? And he's like, no, he's like, we're going to go hunt some stuff out the back. And he's like, we've got some funny signs. And I went out the back, and we got this one.
Vegetarian age, word for bad hunter. Yes, yep. I've seen that. Yep.
So, and then we're going to have to edit this one out, but we're going to have to change it to drinking whiskey and talking deer, but...
I mean, probably that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought that might sit.
We'll hang that up somewhere. Yep. Chuck it there for the moment. We'll get that sorted out by next episode.
Next episode it'll be hanging up.
Yeah. That next episode is the last one for the year, by the way.
Is it? I thought this was the last one for the year.
No. Roping you back in for one more.
Yeah, roping you back in. No worries.
Yeah. So one more to go.
Perfect.
Nice, mate. Nice.
So,
if you were going to go back to New Zealand, what's on the stuff that you missed out on? What would you have liked to have done, or what would you do again?
Probably a bit more hiking and just getting into places. We sort of just did a lot of just pop into a place and hang out there for a little bit, check it out, get in the car, move on, and do a lot of things in one day.
Yep.
We did 3,400 Ks over the trip.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So
I did 26,000 steps one day.
Nice. I don't think I did that many steps. It might have been counted just on and off the accelerator in the roadworks and stuff like that.
Yep.
But yeah, so we travelled pretty much the entire island except for the top northwest corner.
Okay.
And just in and out of every spot and up and down and left and right. And
yep. So a little less hectic schedule.
Yeah.
More sort of time
sort of
each.
Probably not get a camper van and maybe just pick a hotel and just pick a bit of a base and maybe a couple over the island and have a bit more time in just areas.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'd love to get out into the Floridaland.
Right.
A bit more. And
what's that?
So it's where Milford Sound is and that.
Okay.
There's a big lake and then it goes just out into just back country.
Yeah, right.
Just absolutely nothing and walk for days and days to huts and that sort of thing.
All sort of public land?
All public land,
yeah. Right, wow.
So there's massive hikes and stuff that you can do out into there and seeing some of the huts and stuff that they have set up that you can walk and stay at and looks pretty awesome. So I'd like to do something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if I could convince Caitlin to walk the hills.
Right. Yeah. Well, she and I can hang at the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Just get a bit more remote.
Got it.
I think.
And would you do North Island if you were to go back?
I don't know if I would.
No. I mean, it's contradicting what you're suggesting here to do now.
I think if I had people lined up to go hang out with and go do like maybe shoot a match or something, go over there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I probably would.
Yep.
But I think other than that, like the South Island is the more scenic and place I would enjoy more.
Lines up with what you're after. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it's quite an interesting place.
Yep.
Like we woke up one morning on the west coast to a helicopter landing. We were just in a public land camping site, and I'm like, okay, someone's like fallen down a cliff or something, and they've come in to rescue them. I walk out, and there's people in high vis running around. I'm like, what is going on? They all pile into the helicopter, and it starts taking off. I'm like, it's got a giant rope attached to it, and that's pulling up a ladder and obviously toolboxes and all this other stuff. And they must have been flying in to go work on one of the huts.
Ah, okay.
That was in between where we were and Collingwood. Where there were 3 huts that you could. It was an 80k hike through.
Yeah, or a quick helicopter.
Yeah, or a quick helicopter ride. I was going to try and wave them down. So like, okay, can we get a lift in for the night maybe? Pick us up in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met a couple of people who had just biked through in 3 days.
Wow.
I was like, that's an effort.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Push bike or motorbike?
Push bike. Yeah, no motorbikes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got significantly more impressive.
Yeah. Yep. Push bikes. Yeah. A couple that had gone through, and their mum had dropped them off at one end and was there to pick them up at the other end.
It's a good way to do it. Yeah. Thanks, Mum.
Yep.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, right. Anything you'd do again of what you did? Apart from the motorsport park?
Oh, motorsport park.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. So that's not even, don't even need to mention that.
I won't ever again.
I don't know. I'd like to probably do the Milford Sound cruise again.
Okay.
And try and get it on a daylight day.
Yeah, okay.
Where it's not just pouring down with rain and you don't really see too much. You see a lot, but at the same time, I think it would be a completely different place during the day.
And especially if it hasn't all flooded out.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
There's also a hike you can do with that where you sort of get dropped off and you do the hike up to there and then get a boat out. And
brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think probably that. But other than that, it's not really too much I would repeat.
Mm-hmm.
We did a bit. We went jet boating, went to some hot springs.
Yeah.
We found our own hot spring just randomly on the map. We'd sort of pulled in, sort of somewhere to stay for the night. And I was just scanning around on the map and having a look at the area. And it was like, oh, this tiny little dot, and it just said hot spring. So I was like, oh, let's go for a walk.
Give that a go.
So we got about halfway there, 3/4 of the way there, and there was a river that used to have a bridge. The bridge was now just collapsed at the bottom of the river.
Right, perfect.
More of a creek than a river. It was probably about 2 foot, 3 foot deep.
Okay.
So we had to walk through that.
Yep.
And luckily enough, we ran into some locals who were walking out.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, we're just looking for the hot springs. They're like, oh, yeah, we've just dug one.
Just dug one.
Yeah, well, he had a shovel with him. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And I'm like, what do you mean you've just dug one? They're like, oh, it sort of just flows out of the side of the mountain and you've got to dig a bit of hole. It's all rocks. Like there's no mud or anything like that. It's just rocks. And they dug it out and built bricks up around it and then funneled the water in. And you had to funnel some water from the actual river as well to try and cool it down a bit because it was boiling hot. Every now and again you'd be sitting in it and you'd just get a flush of hot water and it'd toast you for a second.
Wow.
That was a very cool experience.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely.
And deer tracks everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So like even there, like through the creek bed and stuff, like you go find a sandy patch, you would find deer prints in it. I was like, oh, I just want to see the area all night. But I didn't take a thermal, so.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Cool. So there's a list of things to do when you go back.
Yeah, I think just sort of less visiting towns and doing experiences and more just
being around. Because then those sort of experiences just sort of naturally go, oh yeah, what are we doing here? And there's no particular schedule. You've got multiple days to be able to go and explore.
Just go and enjoy things. Sandflies suck though.
Yeah?
Yeah, that wasn't a nice experience.
Dealt with them a lot?
Yes. And at first they weren't bothering me too much. They're like annoying and they like scratch out and bite or whatever.
Yeah.
After about a week, both me and Caitlin just came up just blisters all over.
Yeah, right. And this was anywhere you went? Or
the sandflies, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, okay.
So for the first week I was just wearing shorts and Crocs and not worried about them, and then all the blisters started coming up, so I started wearing more pants and long sleeve shirts.
Okay. What do the locals do about them?
I think you could become immune to them after a while.
Okay.
I think it's just when
it's fresh meat.
Yeah, just fresh meat. They just hammer you.
Yeah, okay.
And then...
is there stuff you can put on?
I assume so.
Love it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I assume like bug repellent and stuff like that over there. But it doesn't seem to... Same as mosquitoes. It doesn't... Yeah. It's not 100% effective, so...
Got it. Okay.
But yeah.
Nice. Very good. So I think by traveling in a big group, we didn't get a whole lot of those sort of unique experiences, and I think that's what if I went back to China, I'd like to travel with just a couple of people, and then that way you end up you
can go see those little things that
wandering off and doing those sort of things. Plus, I wasn't well probably for about three days of the sort of 6 we were around for, so I could have hung out later. And a couple of the boys did go off and do some stuff, and it was, you hear some stories and it was good fun. But I'd sort of prioritised actually getting some sleep and stuff to try and recover, which did help. But we did go out one night. But we did on the last day, we did, they were going to take us to like this place to go shopping, and it's like the markets sort of thing, you know, and these are all like the little shops that you find on AliExpress. Yeah. And these are the actual shops of where like they're shipping it all out of and that sort of gear. Right. And it's just like these floors and floors, like this like one floor is pretty much all jewelry and all this sort of gear. And so we had like a local local tour guide. It took us around Beijing for a couple of days. And he was like, anyone who's interested in watches, come with me. And I'm like, well, I'm not particularly interested in watches, not my thing, but this sounds interesting, because it was like, come with me and just follow me. And so a couple of us were intrigued, went along, and he made calls, and then someone appeared, and then we're outside the shopping centre area. And then we went down some back alley to this other unmarked shopping centre looking thing, and then got in there, and then he called someone else. The guy he called had called someone else, and then that person came and met us and then took us up some stairs, and then like no signs, nothing, just doors. Just doors. And then we just went into one of the doors, and the door locked behind us. We're like, it's going well so far.
They're going to rob us for our watches.
Pretty much. Walked around the corner, and there is all these brand named watches, not the actual watches, but all the ones that look pretty good, and all bags and all this other stuff, and not bags, scarves or pajamas or something like that, right? And all these watches, unrelated. And I'm like, and then this is the watch, and there's like the screen up with all the cameras of all the access points into the building and into the room. Like,
yeah, right. So they had some money of watches there.
Where have we stumbled into? This is it. Anyway, after much discussion, I didn't buy a watch. I've got this watch, and if I didn't wear with this watch, I wouldn't know my phone's ringing. So anyway, someone mentioned, interested in bags. So phone calls were made, and we ended up getting escorted up 3 flights of stairs into this other room, and same deal, just a door. Went in the door, locked behind us, and then just a room full of like, what are bag brands? The Louis Vuitton and other things. I don't know what they are. And all of these things. And then, after sort of some arguments and discussions between various people, someone was going to buy a bag, and then some wall opened up, and there was like the better ones were in there. So you're like, all the things you hear about the proper counterfeit trades. Yeah. Yep. Turns out that's where we were. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. It was an interesting experience. That's why
Did they have knockoff thermals in there?
There was no knockoff thermals. No, not that we discovered. But it was an interesting experience to sort of go into that, and you're like, Well, I mean, I like even when we went to the normal shopping area, I was like, I've got nothing to buy.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly interested in anything here, but I know. You know what I did find? I found a Dairy Queen.
A Dairy Queen?
Do you know Dairy Queen?
I know of Dairy Queen.
Yeah, so Dairy Queen's like a US chain.
Yeah.
And I've had Dairy Queen in the US. It was great. But yeah, there was a Dairy Queen on the basement.
What's your sort of typical Dairy Queen order?
Oh, so in the US, there's a thing called Blizzard, which is like an ice cream thing. And the thing that they show you is they grab the cup. So it's like a big ice cream thing that they mix all up. Sort of like a McFlurry here. But if you remember the McFlurries when they would put it
when they had the
in the machine
spoon.
with a spoon that would like clip in and then spin it around. Like that,
when
right?
they were good.
When they were good, but it'd be like 14 times the size because of the US. Yep. And what they would do is they'll make it and then they'll grab the cup, so the bottom's a cup, and they'll turn the cup upside down looking at you. And the thing just stays there. All the ice cream stays in the cup, even though it's inverted, and half the ice cream is outside the cup anyway. And this is that's the trademark of the Blizzard is they'll invert the cup in front of you to make sure to show you it's been made properly and then pass it on to you. And so that's what it is. That
sounds amazing.
I couldn't read the menu enough to work out if that was done there. I just ordered something. That was nice. I had about a third of it or so, but I was like, all right, Dairy Queen sounds good.
Do you see much of the countryside in China, or I'm assuming it must be like fairly rural on the way to the Great Wall?
Great Wall's just out of Beijing, so not so much. But where we did was driving out of Hangzhou up to the factory for Hik, because we're on the bus there, and we're sort of going through rural set of areas and stuff, and then explode into this other little city. Yeah. And I mean, lots of like high country, I guess. Yeah, like a lot of elevation, a lot of mountains sort of coming up, and I can imagine it would be incredible hunting, right? But it's not so much a thing. And the other one where we saw a lot of different stuff was being on this high speed, low speed train. Yep. The 4 hour, 6 hour train.
Yep. The train that lies to you.
The train that lies to us. And so going along that, you're seeing like, flat plains and like rice fields and then huge mountains and sort of everything in between. So it was very diverse. We didn't get to explore any of it or anything. Apart from the Great Wall was quite a, sort of unique area. I don't know how accessible a lot of that area is. I don't know whether or not you can be like, oh yeah, let's go on this nice big walk here. I mean, genuinely
you don't know what their public land access is like. It'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, it would be because like some parts of a beautiful area, and also when you're in between those big cities, no smog.
Yeah,
which was we got to Beijing, just the whole place. You're like, oh, it's overcast today. No, wait, hang on. I don't think that's overcast.
That's just how it is.
That's down to the ground. That's just how it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so didn't see the sun while we were in Beijing at all. So just
interesting.
Yeah, different. But the train ride was interesting in that there's 20 of us and we'd all booked out like 2 seats on the left hand side and there was 3 seats on the right, and so like 10 rows of 2 seats was us on the left. And I did see some signs on there like, effectively like no one talks on the train. It's just you're on the train and you look at whatever device the government's issued you, and that's pretty much it. Right? There's no. We're all there chatting away. We end up like working out how to spin 2 of the chairs around. So there's a 4-seater.
Oh, nice.
And
I'm sure the government loved that.
There was 5. Well, why would you make it able to do that? And there was 5 of us, so one just stood in the aisleway, and we played cards.
Nice.
and I think we got asked to be quiet several times.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was.
But you don't understand Chinese, so it's fine.
They speak English.
Shame.
They speak. Yeah, it was not difficult to communicate with people.
Yeah.
I found even those that I tried my best to say a couple of things in Chinese just to, I went off one morning because I didn't realize there was like the breakfast thing. So I went off to find a coffee. I mean, not that I drank coffee at the breakfast. I sat down.
What was the coffee like over there?
Well, I sat down at breakfast. I'm like, what's the coffee like? And then one of the guys like, not bad. I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
If someone's just like, oh yeah, it's not bad. You're like, I need
real bad.
It's real bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like self-professed coffee wanker. So I did wander off and I found a coffee place and it was okay. It was the only coffee I drank while I was there. We talking about being in Hik's offices. There was 2 times where they got us coffees.
Yep.
And I had a sip on each one and put it back down. I'm good.
I'm not touching.
Yeah, and look, this is me. I completely understand. I'm the wanker in the situation, not them. Oh, yeah. They bought me coffee. It's very lovely of them to do so, and it was fine. Just not one to drink fine coffee. So, yeah. Yeah. In fact, I actually ordered some other stuff that was on sale for Black Friday, some like tamping tools and bits and pieces for this. Nice. And I put it in our tracking system we have here at work for, to know when stuff's coming in.
Yep.
And I just put the description as like wanker coffee junk.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got a new coffee machine.
Oh, look out. Now we're talking. Yep. Let's start the real podcast. What'd you get?
It was a wedding present.
Okay,
so I didn't get to pick it.
Yeah, now my expectations have dropped significantly.
So it's just an auto coffee machine maker. It does an okay job.
Okay,
it does a pretty good job.
You're
actually
saying that because the person bought it for is listening. So
they're not actually.
No,
I don't think they're even aware that I'm on a podcast. So
okay, cool.
They might be. They did spend a week with us. So
okay,
before the wedding, and I think it was more of a. They knew we didn't have a coffee machine and they have a coffee machine at home, so they wanted a coffee situation.
Okay, gotcha.
So it was very nice of them because they knew I wanted a coffee machine.
Of course.
But I'm loving it. Caitlin's hating it. It's very noisy because it's auto. So
you wake up early and press the buttons.
Yeah. Luckily she's been working a lot since we got back, so she's been up most days. But it's quite a noisy machine when it gets going.
Yep, fair enough, as they should be.
Yeah, exactly. But it frosts milk and it makes good espresso. So
okay, good deal.
Yeah,
good start.
I don't froth good milk though. I'm getting better at it.
I don't either, because I don't drink milk.
You don't
in my
drink
coffee,
milk.
so
Yeah, I'm milk. Like I'm lattes every time.
Yeah. No, that's where I'll make a bad coffee pretty quickly if we have to do milk. I'll give it a crack, but I'm not. That's not my thing.
I'm getting better.
Okay.
I made the best froth I'd made yesterday.
Yeah.
Then I tried to replicate it 5 seconds later for Caitlin.
Nope.
Absolute shit.
Perfect.
I was like, yep. Yeah.
Perfect. I did have one more question for you for New Zealand.
Yes.
I've forgotten what it was.
It was very green over there, if it was that.
It wasn't.
Lots of hills.
Oh, now I've remembered. Let's try that again. One more question for New Zealand.
Yep.
There's always travel-related stories. I sort of shared the one on the train for us, but was there anything go wrong in your travel plans? Your actual travels? Or did it all run smoothly?
It was pretty smooth. We got delayed coming back, and that was purely not our fault because I mathed it out and there was no physical way that we could actually make the flight that they booked us for.
Oh, right. Oh, this is like transfer flights and stuff.
Yeah, transferring flights. Our first flight got delayed and I was like, we got there and they were like, oh, you've missed that flight. You've got to be here an hour before. And I was like, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Our flight wasn't getting in until 7:30. We had to collect our bags, get a bus from this terminal to the other terminal.
Yeah. Where'd you fly back into?
Sydney.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I know the situation. Yeah, fair enough.
So I was like, how are we ever going to make that flight? And she was like, you weren't. I was like, okay, no worries. She's like, I'll put you on the next flight. I was like, right, whatever. Like, why? Why was that flight booked for us then? Like,
see that. Okay. Well, I've got a public service announcement for going to China.
Yep.
Power banks.
Take them? Don't take them.
China will restrict the air travel, not when you leave Australia, we didn't find.
When you come back?
When you try and fly domestically and coming back. But so we arrived in Beijing, then did a domestic flight down to Hangzhou. And if your power bank doesn't have CCC, the logo of like whatever that is, approval for use in China, they'll take it.
Yeah, right.
Gone. I bought a power bank in Sydney airport moments before getting on the flight. I lost it when we transferred flights.
Thinking about it, I probably would have gone, you know what, I'll wait till I get to China to buy a power bank.
I understand that. This is a very specific one that I wanted as part of.
Okay.
Yes. I did think the same thing, and I had actually planned to then buy another one to complement it, but this was a very particular one. And
is this like your heating mug? Is it just like one of those things that's like you don't need it but you wanted it?
No, I need it. I've actually got a replacement one here. I'll show you. But but anyway, got done. And I was not the only one. I think between the group of us, which wasn't all 20.
I could imagine. I would have taken a power bank with
just
me.
The Aussies. I think there was like 12 of us from Australia, and we lost about 9 power banks. Yep.
Coming out of New Zealand, I had to take all my batteries out of no drones in New Zealand. Don't bother taking one.
Yeah, right.
Can't fly them anywhere.
Really?
So there's no flying over any of their public land, which is basically everywhere. And then if you're in a township or anything like that, there's generally a helicopter thing there.
Yep.
Can't fly within 4Ks of a helicopter pad or anything like that. So basically you can't use your drone.
Okay, so don't do that.
Don't bother taking it.
Yep.
Unless you're willing to break the law.
Fair enough. Yeah.
For the right shot, probably.
Yep.
I assume you can get permits and stuff, but
sure.
I assume because the DOC have helicopters flying across public land so often that's just
it's part of the challenge. Easy to
not
ban.
to have them flying around.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to take all the batteries out of like the battery packs that they go in. So all my camera batteries and everything all had to be separate coming out of New Zealand.
Okay.
So they've got separate battery laws to whatever we have.
There's new battery laws kicking in 1st of December here for one airline and then 15th of December for others here in Australia. So, so it's getting trickier.
Yes, definitely. With travelling with all those things. I had my DJI batteries in the little holder that they come in that charges them as well. So, had to take them all out and have them all separate.
We had a flight transfer story as well. So we flew from Beijing to Shanghai, basically just as a transfer, and then from Shanghai back to Australia. And it was, again, pretty limited on time. And so we're coming through, and me and one or two other guys sort of got through the custom side of things. And then the other guys got through and got given like a sticker that was like express to note that their flight was going very soon and given priority. We're like, well, we're on the same flight. But obviously whenever they didn't work it out when we went through. Anyway, so we were standing sort of in amongst these guys. Sticker means nothing. No one looked at the sticker. Nothing happened express. No one asked. No one made mention of it. We all just went through with everyone else.
They just wanted to make those few guys feel special.
Exactly right. Yeah. Exactly right. In fact,
they look like they're having a rough day. Give them a sticker.
It's like a little gold star to be like, congratulations, you made it so far. Well done. Good work, buddy.
Well done. You're going to make your flight, bud.
Maybe. Tell you what, a few guys were stressed.
Yeah.
They're like, we're boarding in like a couple minutes. You're like, yeah, but boarding takes 40 minutes for anything. Yeah. Like we're good, man. Like just chill. I remember going to the toilet before boarding the flight, and one of the guys like, we're boarding in 1 minute. I'm like, I'll be fine, mate. It's fine. You go ahead. I'm good. Okay. 1, it doesn't take me that long to go to the toilet, and 2, we got some time. This plane's not taking off. It's not taking off in a minute. We're boarding in a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that was me, Joe, and Stu leaving Melbourne. I was not leaving without my boost juice.
Yeah, good plan.
I think Joe, I think it must have been, Joe went down and he rang us and was like, you guys need to come now. They're like yelling at us to get on. I'm like, I'll be fine. We got there with our boost juice. We ran.
Yeah.
To be polite. Well, they weren't screaming our names over the intercom or anything like that.
Yeah.
We got there and then sat down, and another 5 minutes later, 3 more people get on. And it's like, we weren't even last.
I'll be politely, on time.
Yeah.
But I'm not. Yeah, I remember one time, we gone over to WA actually for a shot expo back when I used to run over in Perth, and I was with a mate of mine. And back then, this is a number of years ago, I didn't really drink coffee, right? I was starting to sort of drink coffee, but I was not.
There wasn't a need for it in your system yet.
No, more so like I didn't really know much about it, right? I didn't really know what coffees I liked. I just, someone's making coffee, I'll have one.
Yeah.
And we were at this coffee joint in Adelaide Airport, and he ordered something, and he rattled off quite a few words in his coffee order. And the guy's like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I just have whatever he's having. That sounds fine." It would have been like a sugar caramello frappe, something or other, espresso,
just
oat, something or other.
Yeah.
And anyway, we got it, and I
just a real Melbourne coffee order.
Yeah, a real Melbourne.
You know who you are.
Coloured hair coffee order, and he's not the guy that you would think would have some weird obscure coffee order like that. Anyway, so I took one sip of it, and like they're calling our names now. So like we're getting over to we were very close to where we were actually boarding, but we got to the gate, and I'd taken like a sip of this thing, and I was like, "Oh man, this is not great. I'll try one more sip." I took one more sip. I'm like, "This is still not great. It hasn't got any better." And as we're waiting to go on, as they're like, "Oh, you hurry up, you need to get on." They're like, "Oh, you can't take hot drinks on the plane." I'm like, "That's fantastic." Threw it in the bin. I wandered on. He stood there and downed his. I'm like, "How can you drink that? That was disgusting." Anyway.
Yeah, there's some things out there that are not nice to drink.
Yeah, speaking of which, that wasn't one of them. That was great. I'm going to go have another one. And thank you guys for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed your hunting, Moon.
Thank you. Glad you enjoyed China.
There was a lack of hunting.
There was.
But next time, I bet next time you'll go over there and sort it out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. And stay tuned for our last episode of the year.
I'll have a big announcement on that podcast, hopefully.
Great.
Yep.
I look forward to whatever that is. I'm now also intrigued on whatever your big announcement is.
I'm not telling you either.
Great.
So wait till then.
Look forward to it.
Record it after this.
The last one Maxwell ever does, he's quitting.
No, it's not. It's a good announcement. Jeez,
could still be that.
Yeah, it could be. I might be. See you later.
All right. See you.